ahead, Student Trustee Soar.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you, on February 9th from 5 to 7 p.m., we held our first full-scale student roundtable meeting. The meeting was open to all secondary students where we discussed the topic of equity and inclusion in WRDSB schools with guest speaker Deepa Ahluwalia, WRDSB's Human Rights and Equity Advisor. Prior to the meeting, WRDSB students were invited to help shape Deepa's presentation by posting questions in advance. Thanks to the remarkable student engagement, we received more than 30 different questions that helped Deepa hit the ground running and started the conversation even before the actual meeting began. With over 125 students registered to attend, the meeting was fully RSVP'd and had a healthy attendance to RSVP ratio of around 50%. 63 WRDSB students from various schools attended, 10 of which were current student senators. The first segment of the meeting started with Deepa Ahluwalia's presentation and was followed by a Q&A from the attendees. The students, showing genuine interest, awareness, and maturity, inquired about how injustice is addressed in classes, what is being done to support marginalized students, how awareness can be spread, and what resources are available for those who need help. Questions were addressed as the time permitted, and unanswered questions were then passed to the guest speaker, who answered them offline, and the answers were later shared with the student body. The Student Roundtable is built upon student involvement. Meetings are not just an opportunity for students to learn from third parties, but also an opportunity for students to learn about themselves. The second segment of the meeting was dedicated for student addresses to the student body. It gives me great pride to say that there are many students who have gone beyond bringing attention to key issues and are already collaborating on student-led solutions of their own. We had 6 students sharing with us their equity and inclusion initiatives, including mental wellness clubs, racialized student peer, racialized student support systems, community conversations, diverse celebration recognition, peer-to-peer mental health support, and international student inclusion. Some of these initiatives are in their actual implementation phase. The third and final segment of the meeting was an open discussion amongst the roundtable students on how to make WRDSB schools a more equitable and inclusive place for all students. The Student Roundtable meeting concluded with several recommendations, 2 of which I would like to take the time to highlight here. The recommendation for an interactive implementation of board-wide cultural, religious, and social awareness through events like cultural weeks, informative social media posts, and educational clubs that are open to all. And the recommendation for establishing an inter-school anonymous support group for LGBTQ+ and other marginalized students. Finally, and as I look forward to the board's support in fully implementing the Student Roundtable platform, thus increasing the reach and accessibility of such events past the actual meetings, I personally thank the board for allowing the student body such a venue and for giving me as a student trustee the opportunity to echo the voices raised there at your table tonight. I'd like to end my report by quoting one of the student attendees at the February 9th meeting. Quote, "I feel that spaces like this one, give a lot of people the opportunity to talk about important matters when there aren't currently very many other opportunities to have these discussions," unquote. Thank you.